I like what he's doing with it, and he's maximised what he can do at the minute. They've been making a lot of kind of TV-based interview stuff, and he's made some cool little shows. And I think one I saw was with him and Bellew.
Yes. There was Ant Middleton.
Ant Middleton came on, yeah.
Excuse me.
And we've had a bit of a joke in the past, haven't we, with Ant Middleton and that show, and like
you love it, yeah.
I'd love to go on it. I'd love to go on it before I'm too old, just because I think it must be so difficult.
Callum Johnson's on my Instagram. He's a great kid. He's done some great thing for the NHS. He's done a triathlon and stuff.
Right.
Callum Johnson has, and he wants to go on it as well.
Oh yeah, he would do well.
That's what it's caught a kid you're dealing with, though.
Yeah,
so
yeah. No, I mean, what I was saying to producer Grant earlier, I was saying about doing it. And I went training with a friend of ours who we know up the road, who's military. And I trained with that gentleman, and he beats me. Yeah, of course. Yeah. And I was on an air bike, like 20 minutes into a half an hour session, dying, and then I started thinking about like SAS and thinking, what am I thinking?
You think
because the mental strength, like Tony Bellew mentioned it in this Eddie Hearn interview, where he said that show. It's only giving you a fucking glimpse
of it, yeah.
He says because the sleep deprivation, like sleeping in your clothes, fucking wet,
getting ragged out of bed. Bellew.
But no, but to be fair to him, well, it is. But I love that. I love the fact that that's the shining the light straight in there. It is that. I love Bellew. You see those 50-minute hour episodes, and they're immersive, and we all sit at home and we all go, "Oh, I'd love to do that," and I reckon I could do that. I could be in that.
I'd piss it.
But if you stuck your toe in that cold lake on a the edge of the earth in Scotland,
nail it.
And you got to lay back. Yeah, well, let's get you signed up.
Fucking sign it up now. Go on.
But I've really...
Producer Grant, do it. No, what a fuck. No, fair play. Bellew, I love Bellew. I love the fact that Bellew fucking steamed out, didn't he? Can you see him on the first episode?
Oh, when the guys were boxing him.
Yeah. But I like Bellew. He's a geezer. He tells it how it is.
And coming back to that interview with Eddie Hearn, there was a really magnanimous air about him, and he was really humble. And he said,
is, man.
He said, it's given me so much doing that show. He says, it's really.
I mean,
give him a lot.
Let's be honest about Eddie Hearn, right? People give him a bad fucking slap, but he don't need to fucking do what.
Do they though? I don't really.
I think they do. They do, Eddie Hearn, but not in England so much, but. He don't give a shit. He's got enough money anyway. You know what I mean? What the things that he's trying to do, he don't need to be something else because he's got enough money. If it's about the money, it'd be sound. And people are saying, "Oh, you want to be a fucking promoter? You want the money?" Don't need that, mate. He's trying to promote the sport and trying to do different things. I think, I got a lot of time.
I think he's had a good wise eye on two things. He's following the trends of the internet and the young generation.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he's following the lead of the
businessman
of the UFC and Dana White and that whole model of not just the fighting, but the media presence, exploiting social media.
He's made no secret of that when he went over there and he said that these guys have got it going on, so this is what I'm going to do. But that's what I love because it's honesty, when he does that IFL TV stuff with Coogan Cassius.
Mm-hmm. Big shout out Coogan. Coogan's a shout out on this
Coogan's
podcast.
Cool, yeah, and Boxing Social, I love Boxing Social. Mm-hmm. He's cool. Mm-hmm. He just says the same shit. He's proper. He's honest, and I like that by him. I think he's cool. He's fucking multi-millionaire.
I think British boxing is exciting.
He's multi-millionaire, Eddie Hearn, and whether we can relate to him or not, those who are.
Do you listen to his podcast
on Matchroom? Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a podcast. No, before.
I think
he interviewed Noel Gallagher. Yeah, he did Noel Gallagher. He did Wayne Rooney. I thought it was really interesting. I'm just trying to think of the name of it for people listening, watching. I'll link it. I'll link it in the notes. But you again with podcasts, what you do get, you get an insight to him. You do get like what you're kind of saying there. You're kind of defending him in a way against naysayers and stuff. And people who think he's just a phony kind of promoter. When you see his podcast and when you see him talking to people outside, you think no, he's cool, he's interesting.
He's cool, mate.
He's got an appetite for just getting shit done.
If you rang him up right and said, look, I'm really interested in this. We've got like Shannon Courtney, got other these got not so much the fucking they are now the mainstay of the female boxing stuff. But if you said to him, you rang him up, this job's on Matchroom. If you rang him up and said, look, I need a job, I want to do this, I'm this kind of guy, I want to try, I want to do something, I got the impression that he would give you a chance. You know what I mean? That's the thing with him. You know what I mean? I do, and there's many jobs on the Matchroom website. I had a look. I thought about it. I thought, yeah, man, I'll give him a shout.
Well, you know, he's doing good with the entertainment. He's pivoted like people have. They've pivoted.
He's a good guy, though. That's what I get.
And he's trying to keep people busy, and he's putting content out. And he's trying to keep growing his brand and not get stuck. And I appreciate that. And like you say, the Bellew thing with the SAS, I'm pretty sure Bellew will do well. I imagine that he's got a fucking strong will. Be interesting to see how that plays out.